right, so for our next artist of the week, art one, we will be learning about Faith Ringgold. We have another contemporary artist who's still alive. Yay! So we have Faith Ringgold, and she is most well known for these quilts that she made. She makes plenty of other paintings as well, but she got really famous for this kind of art with quilts, and she even painted on them. And if you look very, very closely, she even incorporated text. Now, this is one of her most famous pieces. It's called Who's Afraid of Aunt Jemima? So, she actually, if you don't know, Aunt Jemima is the woman on those bottles of maple syrup you can get for your pancakes and your waffles and everything. And it is an African American woman. And so Faith Ringgold chose to basically retake that story and actually tell the story of Aunt Jemima so that she can basically realign any sort of negative stereotypes that go along with being an African American woman. So this piece is very complex. It's very expressive. It tells a story, and it has a lot of intention. Because again, She was trying to realign negative stereotypes that she herself felt because she is also an African American woman. She's got an interesting story. Okay, so Faith Ringgold went to art school, and basically getting taught in the traditional European methods of painting, which were kind of old school and basically featured mostly white people, especially white guys, including good old Jesus. um, but the problem was Faith wasn't seeing herself. She wasn't seeing her story in those paintings. So yes, she went to art school and learned these methods, but she wanted to appropriate her own methods. So she turned to quilting, which connected her back to some of her African roots. She really liked the fabrics and the patterns that she saw, and she took those traditions from her African roots and incorporated them into a new style. So again, we have another quilt that's made here. She creates her own composition, and she also incorporates text. If you look at some of her other quilts, you'll even see like painting on it as well. Okay. Now I did say she did do traditional paintings as she also didn't just do quilts, but she was a painter as well. And this is from her American series, where again she tries to tell stories. Faith is particular like an activist for women's rights as well as for civil rights. So we can always see a lot of tension in this piece that she's commenting on between white and black. Okay. Here's another one from the American People series. Okay, and Faith Ringgold is also quite well known for her creation of children's stories. So again, we have themes of civil rights. The Underground Railroad, if you don't know about it, was a way of secretly transporting slaves up to Canada so that they can escape slavery. And hopefully you do know about the story of Rosa Parks. So she creates really, really powerful work. And we'll take a look at this video during class, but let's just get to the bullet points. So you'll need to take a look at these. We did mention some of the things in the lecture already, but some other cool stuff. Like I mentioned, she is an activist. She's a feminist and anti-racist activist. And she actually helped protest against a big museum because there just weren't female artists being exhibited there. So her and other people protested, and they said, of the percentage of artists getting exhibited at this museum, hey, 50% should be women. So she's really, really out there. She doesn't just make art; she really gets her hands dirty, and is part of the experience, part of the activation, part of the people trying to create solutions and yeah. So go ahead and take a look at these bullet points and open up your assignment on Canvas, and good luck. I hope you like this.